Welcome back to the Flashing Badger podcast. This week we are on episode 2 of playing Escape from Dinosaur Island. Joining me are
Fitz,
Mike,
Wegs.
Cue the music.
Flashing Badger, Flashing Badger, alright. Flashing Badger.
When you left us, our intrepid adventurers were leaving the jungle for the swamps east of the island, and they just come across the wreckage of a very old car semi-submerged in the swamp. Ooh, what a mystery. Just as they saw a lovely column of stegosauruses marching away towards their happy hunting grounds. Talking of adventurers,
hunting for plants.
plant hunting grounds, but hunting grounds nonetheless. Seems like you're a dinosaur expert. Mike, who are you playing?
Not a dinosaur expert, more of an expert of acquiring high valuable items and rehoming them. Allow me to introduce you to Wyatt Bower.
See,
Don't call me a thief.
I was going to ask you if he's an ancestor of Jimmy Plummet.
Jimmy Plummet is more extravagant and more in your face. If only there was someone here who could give us a slice of Jimmy Plummet.
Why, Wyatt, my dear friend, if you invest some money in some stocks now, by the time it reaches my bank account...
I closed my flip phone. Jimmy Plummet's cut off.
Wegs, not Jimmy Plummet this week, sure.
Nope, not this week. Bristles, call me Bristles. I'm Professor Bristlington, but warm-hearted paleontologist out here on an adventure. I'm in my twilight years, but I've still got some fire in the belly.
And Fitz, the worst name that we might have seen in a while.
Since last week when Wegs made up.
Glitch
Trainer.
I love the way it's still on the tip of your tongue.
Jackie Custard.
Jackie Custard's one of my favourites.
That's one of my favourites.
Grill Bearless.
Yes, Bearless, famous survivalist, hunter, adventurist, and all-round TV celebrity. Arrogant, charming, self-absorbed, and ready to adventure on this island here. I will flag that it was made known to me since the last episode a lot by these gentlemen that they hated my bastardized Steve Irwin-esque type accent. So it might pull back now to something more palatable for the rest of the episode.
I've only ever heard you do that voice and the teenage American girl. So I'm looking for Grill to be totally whatever.
Yeah. I only have, blonde, young blonde teenage girl. I think I've got Southern Belle. I think I've got my crikey accent, and that's probably about it
What
in my
about the
repertoire.
sophisticated sort of David Attenborough style voice for Grill?
Sophisticated type. Here we have the Stegosaurus, sometimes known as Stegosauri.
It's not bad.
I don't mind that.
Yeah,
All right.
I can
Okay.
see that as a hunter.
Yeah, big
Okay.
game
'Cause
hunter.
All
right,
Yeah.
all right.
He's a bit
Do it-
quiet and purposeful and mysterious.
Do it like Muldoon, the game warden in the film about dinosaurs that
Don't-
Steven Spielberg made.
I haven't seen that film
Ooh,
yet.
don't spoil it. I haven't seen it.
They're
only made
lethal
6
by
more.
9 months, and I mean lethal.
Muldoon.
I
I don't.
like that. All right.
The only one.
You're now DM. You're now Fitz.
All right. If I'm in charge, look out. Okay, so there's a giant spaceship.
And it's systematically testing the fences for weakness.
The big one, the female, you can
can't-
see her working things out.
The worst part about this.
That's amazing.
That is not
That
bad.
is actually really good. But the worst part about both of you doing that very good accent is you can't, this doesn't translate, but you both locked eyes, did not blink with me, and the steely gaze made
Yeah.
it really, really
That's what you need to
intense.
do for your character now.
Little bit of
pick
wee
someone.
came out. It got so frightening. So Grill Bearless he kind of became Steve Irwin last week, an offensive Steve Irwin, and we obviously love Steve Irwin here. Who doesn't? So we're going to tone it back a little bit this week.
We are.
Last week, you'd met Elias, who's obviously a former employee of the mysterious institute that's on this island, and he was leading you down towards a series of caves where the swamp and the beach meet. And you can see there's a generator outside. And as you get closer, you can see the Stegosauruses working around the swamp area and harvesting, vegetation and eating it and drinking from the puddles and the swamp water. And in the distance, the island's still alive with a roaring. Up to the north, the volcano continues to rumble and grumble intermittently. You get close to the cave and you hear the generator, the thrum of the diesel generator outside, and Elias walks you inside, and there's strung sort of work lamps. They almost look like fairy lights from a distance, lighting up the interior of the cave. And there's crates, the big military like gun cases with the big clips on the side, and some metal crates with a NZDI logo stenciled on the side there. And he looks like he's made this his place to sort of roost. He's got some of those thermal blankets laid down.
I think I'm asking him, Elias, where is everybody?
That's a story, but I can't really go into what we were here for. They'll find me. They'll make me pay if I tell you. But all I can say is it went very wrong very quickly. Most people got off the island, but there's a bit of a problem. Some of us got stuck here.
I notice you're still proudly wearing the NZDI logo employee shirt.
Well, I tell you why, I wouldn't say proudly, but I would say I've taken on your accent a little. As tends to happen when I try and do one.
I like that straight away you're trying to get Elias out of his shirt. Keep going. I'm not in any way objectionable to it.
This is why it's not so much proudly, it's more got to make do with what I got here till we can get away off this island. What? Have you guys still got transport off? How are you getting out?
We were hoping you could provide some answers. We were summoned here by a mysterious job offer.
I don't know anything about it.
We're
I've been
supposed
out
to...
of contact now since the facility fell. It's been almost 2 weeks.
Wasn't it just over 2 weeks ago we received our job offer, gentlemen?
My word. He says, I don't know about the bush out there. I want to stay put. My goal is just to stay here till it all blows over. Keep my head down. Wait for rescue. Someone has to be coming. There's millions of dollars here, but
I don't know who's coming, and I don't know that Model T is going to get us out of here. May have done a little bit of mileage on the clock, that one.
Model T? What are you talking about?
Nothing.
And Elias looks genuinely a bit sort of confused by this and shakes his head. But it does kind of strike you. He's only talking about it being a couple of weeks, but the monorail platform you were on before was all
It was overgrown.
Covered in vines.
covered in vines, and the radio tower was all creaking and rusted.
Elias, do you know who we're here to meet?
I don't know anything about what's happened since the place has gone down. I don't know why. I can only hope it's a rescue mission. Maybe you're here to pick us up and take us back?
You say us. Who else is here, Elias?
Well, I know a couple of people survived and a few stayed behind. I saw Dr. Sorensen back when I left the facility, but she thinks we can get this all running again. She's there. She's still taking control. I did hear that Security Chief Perez was around. I don't want to have any trouble with her. She's a real nasty piece of work.
Right before you grabbed us off the trail there, I saw some other people hanging around, mysterious looking, green eyes. They not with you?
Other people? No, I think everyone went out with the evac choppers when it happened, but then since then we've heard nothing. We've been cut off for, I say, some weeks now.
I don't know if I've been drinking the wrong swamp water around here, but you're telling me you didn't see the Model T Ford a little bit earlier, and now you're telling me you haven't seen the people with the glowing eyes, and I'm starting to feel a bit fuzzy. I'm going to sit down for a minute.
He says, look, I know there's some strange things out in the swamp, and when we were first building the site, we found some wreckage, but we've never had any kind of people sneaking around like ninjas.
And you're living out here in a cave on your own. Now, this Dr. Sorensen and this Chief Security Officer Perez, are they here with us right now? 'Cause I can't see them.
Can they talk to me?
Elias kind of rolls his eyes at the other two of you and sort of points with his thumb at Wyatt. He's like, get a load of this guy. He says, no, let me explain to you. People sometimes live in different places. They are back at the main facility.
I love that I was getting
Northwest.
confused and I just started putting it back that you're crazy.
Yeah, back towards the center of the island there. That's where the main headquarters was.
That's what I was going to ask you there, Elias. Where is the main facility on this island?
Well,
Do
it's-
you have a map?
Back towards the center of the island, northwest of here, as I said. If you point your nose at the volcano up there, it's pretty much no direct path between us and it. I'm not sure if they've moved on from there, but that's where the main headquarters was, the admin building. There's a few outstations around the island. If you'd like me to mark it on your map, I could do that for you.
Please.
You'd like to tell me a story.
I'll take the opportunity to have you mark my map here for me. Make sure, because mine is contacted with plastic. You're going to have to use a permanent marker. I keep smudging everything off. But while you're over there doing that, I'm going to give you a roll, and then I want to tell you a little something about it as I go. Now, I rolled you an 8, but while you're scribbling away on my map, I'd like to tell you about my retirement plans, because this all got me thinking. All the big bugs out here and the stomping dinosaurs and all the things that can go wrong, and it's made me realize what's important in life. And that's wealth. So much wealth. I want acres. Do we use that unit of measure? I use any unit of measure if it's attributed to wealth. I can see it now. Money in my account. Looks beautiful. All I want to do is transform things that are precious to other people into money for me. And I think there's something honest and beautiful in that.
That's why I transferred all my money into Zimbabwean dollars. 6 extra zeros instantly on my money. All right, well, that's a very touching story, Wyatt.
You actually got misty-eyed telling that story, thinking about your Scrooge McDuck-esque wealth.
I was picturing you slipping through the vault. That was the first thing that came to
This
mind.
unit of measurement, McDuck Vault.
Sorry, I drifted off for a minute there as you were scribbling on my map. How'd you go?
Says, well, as I pointed out to you, the research station is up there.
In the volcano.
Halfway between here and the volcano.
Okay,
but
good.
I've also marked down your map there where the mountains meet. They curl around from the volcano down to the east of the island. So if you continue up the east coast, eventually you'll end up ascending up into the high ground. And it gets very, very rocky up there and very dangerous.
Good thing I got an injured leg. Sorry, you may have said something about in one of these crates was a way for me to heal myself.
Well, if you'd like to have a go, there's some medical supplies here, but how long have you got until you're...
I'll inject myself with anything at this point.
How long until your evac comes or your rescue?
Yeah, you keep asking a lot of questions about how we're getting off this island and when. I don't recall inviting you. I've got a plan to get off this island.
I thought you said the company sent you. I thought you were here to rescue us.
Did I say that? Did I?
I feel like I'd remember saying that.
We do have an exit plan here, Elias. If you could show us the way up, or if you'd like to remain here, we'll head back this way when we're done what we need to do and be rescued from here.
I think looking at us, he'd probably understand that we're not a rescue team.
An elderly paleontologist, a big game hunter, and a sleazy...
And you're bloody sketching stuff everywhere
Yeah.
you go
Yeah.
as well. You got your stupid little bookie like,
And just the grill is just leant against the wall in the corner, just drinking a cup of his own pee again. Grill, we've been here an hour and a half. You drink 2 liters of pee already.
It's tough when it's so warm.
Elias takes a minute to go relieve himself. I'm like, you going to drink that?
I think we make tracks for HQ.
I think so too. I'd like to get to the center. I think we're going to find some answers there.
There's something going on this island, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
You step out of the cave, and the weather outside is still beautiful like it was before. This is paradise. You know, there's lovely blue skies overhead, and there's a little bit of cloud building, but there's, it's still perfect here. And as you look across the swamp to the tree line that goes out to the north, you see in the distance, it's hundreds of meters away, but you do see like some motion just in the tree line that then frantically disappears back into the shadows of the forest.
This island is teeming with things that are trying to kill us.
Yes, gentlemen, I think that we've seen here that there is something on this island that's, I get the feeling, hunting us. Keep aware. And I still don't think it changes anything we do. And I rally the troops and go, when I say rally troops, speak into my own GoPro again, and go, I think we're going to make our way east up to the, not east, north.
You were devoured by a crocodile dinosaur.
By a plesiosaur.
That's it.
And then, no, we don't get in the water. We head towards the center.
Now, having spoken to Elias, he was saying if we track our way northwest, I'll just keep the volcano maybe off our bow right there and just trek in that direction. Is that what you're suggesting?
It's exactly what I'm suggesting there, Wyatt. And I pull out my compass to make sure we're going in the right direction.
Well, allow me to make sure I'm not in the way. By all means, lead, and I'll follow as I reach into my vest and I take out my flask and I very shaky hand, take a swig and then put it back.
It's not water in the flask.
Turns out it was pee, and he's been using all of our
I
containers
have filled
to store
everything with pee.
Even your pockets.
Even my pockets.
And even as I
almost
sip,
I've pissed in my own
like-
pocket.
38 degrees.
Bracing.
You might want to go get a diabetes check as well. It's very sweet.
As you first enter the tree line, you start making your way through the swamp, and there's scattered trees and dappled light coming through, and so this group of stegosauruses that seem to startle as you get close, but ultimately keep their distance. And you can see some young ones scampering around the feet of the bigger dinosaurs, and they kind of keep them to the opposite side of the pack from you, but mostly pay you no mind. These things are, 8-9 foot to the shoulder from some of the smaller ones, so they don't seem to be threatened by you at all.
Under the canopy and all this mud, it's going to be so many bugs.
It's absolutely, the air is thick with them.
I float an ill-received idea. I'm like, gentlemen, are you aware of the very classic, very highbrow 1980s cartoon, Dino Riders? Because if so, I have an idea.
If you want to try that.
I don't. I just
Stepping outside the pod for a second, I love Dino Riders.
Yeah, and I just wanted to basically, I think about Dino Riders a lot more than you would think that a man of my age and whatever should, but I love it.
You start walking back through where the swamp transitions back into forest, and you stumble across a device that's about 3 or 4 feet tall and probably a couple of feet square. It looks like a little power transformer or something with a solid cover over the top. Big stenciled logo on it that says
NZDI.
and big thick power cables, metal braided power cables, and that lead off in the direction that you're traveling in.
I go over and have a big examination of it. Almost, I don't think you can use my tracking ability for it, but
So the actual box itself, you can tell there's a cover there that you can open, like an access panel, if you want to mess with that, or else the cables just run off into the...
open the access panel.
It looks like it's designed to be outside if it's got the protective case covering all those gadgets and panels. I wonder what it is. Maybe some kind of outdoor power supply.
Do a bit of a scavenge, I think.
Scavenge?
I think I do a bit of a scavenge around this metal box.
Okay.
I recline as I listen to one of your stories.
Well, the box is, thrumming, and you can sort of almost hear the electricity coming off it, and you can hear relays clicking inside and things. You can certainly mess with it if you like.
You're going to power down it, and when we walk inside, it'll be like a hospital. You're like, we're losing patients.
Someone's turned
You're
off
like-
the life support.
What dirtbag would have done this?
Oh, yeah, now you've got me fearful. Now we're just going to follow the cables.
You start walking along the track of the cables, and it leads you northeast. And as you go, northwest rather, as you go following this cable along, you can see it opens up into open ground. The cables eventually dip down into a concrete culvert and disappear below ground. A few more paces on, noise starts filling your ears. Louder and louder, this roar ever increasing in volume. The roar of the river going past.
The river full of dinosaurs.
As you make your way towards the edge, you see this fast-flowing river that cuts the island in half, sort of east and west across the middle. Can't see an obvious crossing in either direction.
Did it look like the cables went underneath? Like there's when you say like a concrete
A culvert of some
culvert,
sort.
was it like one that was leading to cave? Like, is it?
It was almost exactly the size of the cable. It was about
so it's not like
a foot square. and
Sorry.
it ducked down over ground. It was a concrete opening that
That's a
seemed to go
shame,
down
because
into
I
a
could
channel.
picture us pulling on the cable and sliding our way under this here river.
That's what I was intending to do there, but obviously that idea's gone out the window, or concrete culvert, if you will.
We have a saying back in the South, in Tennessee, which is...
The south of Tennessee,
Yeah, Southern Tennessee.
ST they call it.
Yeah, we have a saying down here in Tennessee, which is, if the water is fast flowing and raging on a dinosaur island, maybe don't just walk into it. It's a very specific saying. It's something to do with finances, but never have I heard a more literal representation of it than right here. I'm walking down, I'm stumbling across some of the rocks, and I'm pushing past Mr. Here, traveler and tracker and outdoorsman, and I'm going to find a reasonable solution to this. What am I seeing around me? I'm taking a bit of a look.
So the tree line comes almost all the way up to the river here, and there's, in fact, palms and things hanging over the trees, and there's giant ferns that you can see that are growing, ferns that are twice your height. The river is very steep banked, very fast flowing, and it's this murky sort of brown surface, like Ganges colour, not a beautiful crystal river here. On the far side, you can see, again, the shadow of the tree line. You can see it rapidly seems to open up on the other side into a clearing or something. And as you're scanning and surveying, looking for something that might help you cross or an anchor point, you see a clump of grass near a rock suddenly detach itself and scurry back into the underbrush.
What?
Glowing green eyes behind it.
It wasn't really grass, is what he's saying.
I'm wondering, are we close enough that I might chase it?
It's on the other side of the river.
Oh, it's on the other side. Sorry, I thought it was on this side.
He's going to trank dart it from this range. Oh, that'd be amazing.
You know what? I do.
Okay.
I love that idea, Wyatt.
Just roll me
on all my
two
hunting-
dice and let's just see.
Hunting instincts.
In fact,
Right.
let's do it. It's going to be a just do it roll. It's something under pressure that you can normally do.
Yeah, it's a hunting type thing. I can generally do all the hunter type stuff, and this is it. Pretty,
But you're under a bit of
pretty
pressure.
standard. But I'm under a bit of pressure. Fair enough. It's 8 because I'm a +1 on steady.
Your hesitation as you scoped up cost you, and this dart sort of, you were chasing him through the scope. You weren't having a good beat on him. So you're going to have to take a hard choice. So your options are, this dart can land, but it's going to cause some kind of catastrophic jam or failure in your rifle.
Ooh.
Or it can miss and the thing can scurry off into the undergrowth.
I think we need to figure out what this thing is. And we probably won't need another tranquilizer rifle.
Why would we?
our
We're only
one
halfway through
weapon?
the island.
Yeah,
Our one
yeah, I know.
weapon that's done us well. That's the only thing that stopped
Yeah,
us
I
getting
reckon we
eaten
can cut it
earlier.
loose. Yeah, cut it loose. Yeah.
Oh, Elias had gun cases and we didn't
And I said,
even ask him for
we didn't
anything.
need it because we've already got one.
And as soon as he said, how you getting off this island, we're like, no, I'm trying to get away from him. Oh.
I'm actually, it's a hard choice. I think I'm going to keep my gun.
So the round seems to, or the dart seems to swish through some part of the silhouette of this thing, but ricochets off and
It's a dinosaur that was just chewing grass.
small little, it's about 18 inches tall. And it just,
It collapses, starts a domino effect of all the other dinosaurs in the herd.
yeah, they all have fainting episodes. Oh, God,
They're
Terry's
like-
gone down. Oh.
They're like those goats that go stiff and whatever.
Yeah.
They all roll onto their backs.
But the figure continues disappearing off into the forest, and you very quickly lose it in the shadowy depths of the undergrowth.
I'm just glad that we all seen whatever that was, yeah.
We sure
And
did.
I'm not having a medical episode.
Yeah, I've been drinking a lot of swamp water, but no.
But I have to speak a little louder now so you can hear me over the raging river. And we need to think of a way across, because what I know about these here game mechanics is he's going to introduce some kind of timer to make us worried.
Uh-oh.
And this,
And with that, you hear a roar from the
with this, then we've got a moment here. I'm going to again use some tracking ability here with the view too. I know from my big game and animal experience that animals know where to cross rivers, where to drink from, where to do that. And this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use my tracking ability to see if I can discover something in the spoor or the whatever to go through.
The footprints lead to a bridge.
It's a rudimentary drawbridge.
And I'm going to go with the tracker. And I've rolled a 7. I get one question out of that one. So it's just the one that I was looking for initially. Where are the animals headed?
Getting down on your hands and knees in the muck of the riverbank and seeing where the bank's broken away in places and the big dinosaur footprints, you can see they're all leading to the west along the river on your side. And you can't see in that direction any obvious crossing, but you can see that almost all the tracks are heading down that way.
And this is where I convince my fellow traveller that this is the type of dinosaur mark I see. My experience with any type of large animal is they'll all know where to cross, and we should head west, hoping we'll find a crossing at the river there.
No one's got a lifeboaty inflatable thing, do they? There's normally a good scene like that in most movies Where we have to jump in the river
I do have
and
a
paddle.
bridge. I do have a bridge in my pocket. Would that help?
Save it. Save it and save your train of darts. I was hoping you were going to say that all of the footprints lead into the river. So we just go, it must be fine. And as we walk in, we get swept downstream to a whole bunch of dinosaur corpses.
Bloated dinosaur
There's
corpses
a dam made out of.
with a tiny beaver sitting on the top.
We're going to start heading westward and follow some of those dino tracks. But you mentioned we're in a clearing at the moment because we're out by the river.
I mentioned that tree coverage comes right over the river, including palms overhanging the river.
Well, I like that because bad things seem to happen in the clearings around these parts. So if we can follow the river and still be under some kind of protection, I think we start trekking.
I'm with you, Wyatt. Let's go.
Phil, thank you so much for seeing us at short notice.
Honestly, not a problem. And the timing is good because I was just saying last week that it could be time for a career change.
Thanks, Phil. Now, the role is unique and challenging, and we certainly wouldn't expect that an applicant has experience in this vocation previously. But what skills do you think you could bring that are relevant?
I'm no stranger to managing small or large teams. And honestly, it's my ability to identify problems and triage solutions. And yes, I think you'd struggle to find someone with previous work experience as a dinosaur supervisor.
Well, Mr. Tippett, on behalf of the team here, welcome to Jurassic Park.
What you just witnessed was a dramatic reenactment of the events of July 14th, 1996, a day that would put in motion a series of events that would cause catastrophic harm to mankind. Will life find a way? This reporter says no.
Flashing badger.
You trudge your way west, and it's hard going right on the bank of the river there because the river, sometimes there's no bank at all between the tree coverage, and you have to cut inland for a few steps. And as you're making this, the sun is beginning to set on the horizon in front of you. You can see it beginning to dip, walking towards the blazing orange rays of light. And you can tell the cloud cover's begun to pick up a little bit more. It's not quite as warm as it was before. You can feel a dampness in the air that wasn't there in the blazing heat of the sun. But eventually you come up to a point where the ground sort of steps up a little bit and the river seems to narrow, and it seems that there's a narrow crossing here. It's not above water or anything, but you can tell the river is notably slimmer and the rate of flow seems to have slowed down a little.
It was sunshine and beautiful, and I feel like you're introducing heavy inclement weather and nighttime, both of which are scary. You get one, not both.
Nah, we'll be fine.
And it is an abandoned church. No.
A small
Cabin in
child
the woods.
starts singing Ring a Ring a Rosie in the bushes.
There's a drain with a balloon out of... No.
I take my boots off and I start rolling up my cargo pants.
Are they still returnable, those boots?
I assure you they are. Are we thinking we're going to start walking our way across this?
This was the point of us coming down here. And so I convinced her, go, the sun is setting. This is the worst time of the night. I think we need to get across that river before nightfall.
Some of those here footprints around the edge of the river, does it look like they're now crossing? And if those footprints are there, do they look roughly the size of ours? I'm trying to get a gauge here if the river's going to knock me over.
This might be where I engage our Bristles here. Just going, I can tell you that this is a largish animal with this footprint shape. What type of dinosaur would this likely be?
You understand, I first saw a living dinosaur today with you, right?
You're like, that there's a boot print. That's a human.
That's a Nike Air Jordan 2. I'm convincing them we're going to cross
Yeah,
here.
I think we cross here. Whether there's a risk of
Immediately.
dinosaurs or not, we need to get across
and
this
make
river.
camp on the other side.
Yep. There is an instruct skill here because I'm a frail old man. Wyatt, I'm going to have to ask you to help me get across this river.
Well, throw your arm over this here shoulder because that's what friends are for. And as you put your arm over my shoulder, I reach into one of your pockets and take your pocket watch and I slide it into my pocket.
My acres of wealth.
It's a little taxation, a little something.
Not
well,
a thief. Not a thief.
If you're going to help him cross the river, we'll do the take my hand roll. So we're going to roll it with let's say with a fit.
Okay. That's an 11.
You help Bristles across the river here slowly, and he's a stumbling mess most of the time, but you manage to only get submerged sort of up to your waist, which is good because the boots are tied around your neck now and they're laces, so they do not get
Oh,
wet.
thank God the warranty's
You could
intact.
tell I was concerned.
I take them off him and throw him across the nearest telephone line.
As the river waters smashing against me, my guitar was on the outside as well, and it's strumming the chords, and like, crang, crang, but it's creating the tension music as we're moving across. And you think that there's a fin or something, but it ends up being a branch that's washing down the river, bobs up and down and back under. I got you here. I'll call you Bristles when we're crossing the river, and it's
Funny you
okay.
should
Like
say that.
Oh, no.
Because you're about halfway across the river when you see a shape. Looks like the back of a great almighty eel breach the water barely 50 metres upstream from where you are.
Now, Bristles, I don't mean to cause you any concern here, but we're just going to look ahead at the bank on the opposite side. Some say we're halfway finished. Some say we have to go. But my opinion, Bristles, I'm getting a little nervous. I'm just going to keep moving, just keep pushing forward.
Your faux confidence in this panics me tremendously. I start looking around and I see the back of this aquatic thing.
Mega eel.
I use my
I thought you were
dinosaur.
going to mega someone else then.
Eelosaurus.
I use my dinosaur expert skill. I'm now transfixed. I'm locked on. I've rolled a 9. I get to ask you one question. What are its moves?
The dinosaur's moves are
Dinosaur.
Oh God, it is a dinosaur.
to
it
strike
can
from
do-
below and to drag to the depths.
I was going to go like,
Wyatt, go. We gotta go.
It can't get us if we're on the bottom of the river.
now I pushed these two past into the water. And
You're
I run
already on
past.
the far bank.
Ah, okay.
He made it.
Yeah. I'm not carrying an elderly paleontologist. I want to cross in 3 steps.
Now, Grill, if you can please look over this way. It's myself and Bristles. We're coming towards you. Do you happen to have maybe a length of rope, a fern, or something you could throw out? We're making our way over to you. Girl, I'm doing my best.
I'm too busy filming what is now a high tension scenario. I've got the back of the dinosaur up there getting closer, and I'm panning back and forth to you.
They're surely doomed.
They're surely doomed. Will they make it? Who knows? Here we have an ultimate example of man versus nature.
Leave a comment in the down below if you want our heroes to die.
How much space is there on this blasted SD card?
You know those interactive parts of the TV shows? Push up if you want them to make it. Push down if you don't.
I'm splashing my way as best I can. I'm still trying to bring Bristles with me, but I'm half a pace ahead of him, just in case. Can I still see the tail?
You can't. It's stuck back under the depths.
Oh, and you were saying something about how they strike from below.
Yes, the first person in a line of people, they always strike that person.
Oh, well, it's a good thing I can feel that the water's already down past my calves and it's down towards my ankles. It's surely not deep enough for this here.
Well, the water's getting really warm around you.
That turns out to be the power of positive thought.
Don't waste that. I could drink it.
I think we're splashing and hoofing as fast as we can to the...
Now, Bristles, I'm gonna need you to, I'm sorry for the profanity, I need you to hold on to your butt, because we're gonna try and make it across as quick as we can now. We're really just focused forward. Look over at Grill, have you got something for me to help?
Run, Bristles, run.
He sounds so far away now. It's done this.
Yeah.
I've got some exciting news for you, because back home I've been doing a lot of work on my cardio ahead of this here deployment. So I've given you a 7.
You scramble. You make your way, pushing Bristles in front of you, and absolutely on hands and knees, getting up through the mud of the bank until you're finally completely ashore. Drag yourselves away from the edge, but you are exhausted. So you're going to get -1 on your next fit roll, but you are safe. And you see at that moment, Bristles, as you're looking out into the water, just as the sun's going down, you see the shape of the back of the aquatic predator turn back around and start swimming back upriver like a confused salmon.
Yeah, you best get out of here.
And turns around again.
Scurry back further up the bank.
What'd you say to me?
I was very exhausted then, but it was all that talk of banks that helped me get out of the river.
Yeah.
Your key motivator.
Nice.
Now that you've made your way to the north side of the river, you can see it continues off to the west. And you can actually see to the west now, it seems to open up into quite a large lagoon area. Anchored in that lagoon, or docked to the bank in that lagoon, is a small rowboat. Pair of oars sitting inside.
Was that boat accessible to us earlier?
Yeah, if you'd walked a bit further west, you would have found it. It was there the whole time. But never mind. You're across now.
So I'm thinking the HQ is not too far up ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be still up to your north, still towards the volcano. You're still going in the right
We have
direction.
to work our way back to those power cables under the other side, the culvert.
Up we go.
But maybe the facility would be easier to spot than the power cable.
You make your way along the bank a very short distance to the east, and not only do you see the sort of emergence of this power cable that comes out from below ground, but you also find a scrap of fabric with your tranquilizer dart pinning it to a tree.
Ooh,
That was a
kind of
mighty close shot on that Jawa.
What kind of fabric?
It's a layered sort of ghillie suit camouflage kind of fabric with all artificial vegetation woven through it.
Remember the grass
All
stood up and
different
ran,
shapes.
and that's what you shot at?
No, but I realized I thought it was living grass. I didn't.
It's a Sasquatch.
The moss
It was a little monster. I didn't realize it was someone in a ghillie suit.
Well, you still don't know that for
Well,
sure.
I don't.
It could be a moss monster in a ghillie suit.
I don't know why.
Feels duplicitous.
Yes. It's like wearing skin camouflage.
Ew.
Yeah, I know. So,
The tree that it's hit is sort of drooped a little as well because of the...
because it's tired now.
Well, let's follow the cables towards the facility
I grabbed that piece of fabric and I pocket it as well in case I need it
in
later.
case you can sell it later. I mean, in case we need it later.
I might do a test comparison if I find someone wearing a suit that's missing a little bit.
Ooh.
And while you're looking at this fabric, a few paces away, a glimmer of something shiny catches your eye. Just a few steps off the path you're on into the forest. It's getting quite dark in there now.
It is so easy to lure me with something shiny. You'd want to stop me because I'd be breaking track pretty quick.
You go scavenge for it. We'll guard the cables. Make
I'm
sure
not
they got
thinking
it.
about dice rolls, I'm thinking about value that's hidden on this here island. Maybe even clues for the rumors I heard. I'm going to go take a look-see. I've given you a 10. Describe for me this shiny, valuable thing.
So you get closer, and very quickly you can make out that half buried beneath the foliage in the bottom of the forest there is a skeleton.
Oh.
And the skeleton, most of its clothing seems to have rotted away to nothing, except over its torso you see sort of a layered series of metal plates, and on its head you see a helmet. You're not an archaeologist, but you read some Asterix comics in your time, and this to you looks like a Roman centurion helmet.
I look around. Bristles. Bristles. I'm standing in front of something that looks a little puzzling and troubling for me. Tell me you can see it as well.
Is that a Roman centurions? Why have I picked up your accent?
No, it's not. I think you need to best go lay down.
I think I hit my head on a tree branch when I was getting out of the
Gaslight
river.
everyone to protect myself. Well, this is weird. The car in the swamp, this. Why do I get the feeling that if Elias was here, he'd doubt that he could see it, but we can see it? Well, that explains the shininess. That was the metal of the armor. I grab it and give... Can I feel it?
Yeah,
And I give it a bit of a jiggle. Does it come free of the skeleton without scaring me?
it does. A giant millipede crawls out of the eye hole of the skeleton and up your arm.
Millipede's okay.
Out of their skull eye.
It's
and
3
just straight
feet
to-
long.
Yeah, less okay.
That's a lot of shoes. I tuck it under my arm like a pigskin football, and I walk back to the path with it.
You can put it on if you like.
Oh, I mean, it'd give me a plus to my armor save, I imagine. But I also
another
wouldn't
dice.
really look the part. I put it on.
A millipede
And then I'll
crawls
take
onto
it
your
back
face.
Just in time for the millipede.
I
to
see
come
if my
crawling out.
stats change when I put the helmet on.
Your accent does you straight away go into, my name is Maximus. You know.
Hey, comrades. We make our way to the north of the island.
On my command.
Alicia.
Feel the wind in your hair. You're being lifted to new heights. Why? You're part of mankind's march towards perfection. Can you sense it? You're beneath the wings of evolution. Beneath the Wings of Evolution is Isla Nebula's premier meditation paragliding experience. Clip in and switch off from the horrors in your day-to-day life as you find yourself high above all of life's problems. Nothing can reach you here. No harm can find you. Politics, genetic cloning, the whereabouts of Dodson, none of it matters up here. So during your wellness retreat to Isla Nubula, book yourself in for a flight beneath the wings of evolution.
Please note that no harm has ever come to a guest of Beneath the Wings of Evolution attributed to dinosaurs. Please also note that pterodactyls and pteranodons are flying reptiles and not dinosaurs.
Flashing badger.
I made my way back to the path, carrying my helmet like a football under my arm, and I think we're losing sunlight rapidly, and my vision isn't all that great under this canopy as it is, and I saw a millipede back there. That's enough for me to call it a day.
The Spinosaurus was okay.
That Bristles got, actually, that was a centipede.
It's a centipede, yeah.
I lay in the dirt and I fast travel time to the next morning when the sun is up. Let's continue to make our way towards the HQ.
You keep following, and in the distance, you can now hear like a real. It's not even like a roar. It's like the tiger sort of chuffing sound that they make. You know that.
Give me some.
Oh, Jesus. It's so much worse. Can you roar for
Never
me?
make that sound again.
It's dark in here.
It sounds semi-distant, but it travels throughout the stillness of the forest very quickly, and it's now getting notably dark under here. Like it's not quite turn on the flashlight kind of brightness, but it's getting close. You're finding it hard to keep your footing.
Might just get the lay of the land and see how much further up I think it is.
I'm going to boost you up onto that there branch, and maybe you can have
Nice.
a look.
Get him.
I love that we're boosting up the fella who's old and injured.
Has a broken nose, yeah.
Well,
Swollen eyes.
I
Can't
think
see.
you need to share a story with your colleagues while you're
I do.
doing it.
As I'm boosting you.
Let me tell you why my arch rival is a hack.
Straining under his weight.
Oh, you've got 1 foot, I've got the other. We're struggling. And he's like, let me tell you a story about
I'd love for you to focus on the branch
He's going,
up there.
have you heard of Dr. Alan Grant? The man's a fool.
No,
Where have I
he's
heard
my
that name
mentor.
before?
Let me tell you, my arch rival, real jerk, Dr. Jeff Goldblum. Let me tell you, this guy, he's so full of himself. He thinks he's quirky. He thinks he's eccentric. Turns out he's just an arrogant so-and-so. And as you're straining to lift me up, I'm fighting to get back down so I get more animated to tell you how much I utterly loathe Dr. Jeff Goldblum.
I think I saw a calendar of his shirtless. Man
No,
had
no,
quite
that's-
the rig on him.
You're thinking of the actor. I'm talking about the paleontologist.
Oh, my bad. I think I do have his calendar as well, though.
Mostly pictures of fossils. Why he's a hack. We were on an expedition once. He spent the entire time flirting with my grad students, my assistants, anything except the art of the fossil hunt. That man was well, I'll keep it professional, but the man was a cad and a bounder, and I'll not stand his presence anywhere near me or my team ever again.
And while Wyatt's straightening up, he's like, and what of his theories, Doctor? Tell us of his theories.
His theories? The man's a loon. He believes that dinosaurs had no feathers. Wait, what do I believe again? Yeah.
You're pro feather.
I'm pro feather. Yeah. I'm firmly in the pro feather camp. The man believes they were mostly large reptiles, mostly like crocodiles. Well, it's completely flying in the face of all the evidence that I've created to back up my own theories.
And how did your roll go?
Oh, my roll went spectacularly. I rolled an 11.
So you get up the top. Well, the top is putting it strongly, but you get slightly higher in the tree there. And you can see now, obviously you're much closer to the volcano. You can actually see the way the crater tilts. You can see inside the edge of the crater and can see the lava bubbling away in there. But out to your west now, further along the river, you can see that not only is it a lagoon, but that it opens up into a giant lake that right on the very edge of the island there. From your vantage point, you can see herds of clusters of dinosaurs all around different parts of the lake. But more importantly, to your north, a very short distance away, you can see the giant skeletal dome of what looks like an aviary complex that's not even finished. And you see a low, squat couple of buildings, but you can't make out what they are there.
I think, how far away is it?
A short distance.
A short distance. Can we make it by nightfall?
It'd be touch and go, but you'll be there shortly after dark.
I think we push on and try and get there before it gets too late and the real hunters come out.
I am the only real hunter on this island.
Continue making your way north, and your leg is incredibly painful now. You're sort of struggling and beginning to slow down a little bit as you make your way. You can feel the pain setting in, this raw heat in your leg that you think might suggest that you're aggravating something that's broken in there. But as you get to the edge of this building, you find like a gravel path that's been laid wide enough for a jeep or a car. And this building rises up in front of you. It's 2-story. It's fairly bare concrete on the outside. It's got a large set of double doors that have a swipe card slot on the outside. But the corners of the building are crumbling and begin to collapse. And the doors themselves, one of the doors you can see is slightly ajar, and you can't see anything inside except utter blackness. Off to the right of the main door, you can see what looks like a dome for like an aviary, but it's not even half finished. And to the left of the main building seems to be some sort of roll door, garage or hangar complex there. Looking up and down the path, you can't see anything coming. And you can see in the distance to the east, to your right, you can see what looks like the wreckage of a car that's overturned. But you can't make out, without getting closer, what kind it is or anything. You can just see the rubber of one tyre sticking up in the air attached to some kind of metal structure.
I think we get inside the building and lay low for the evening, wait out the night.
Any of those interesting things may be best looked at under sunlight tomorrow.
Well said.
I'd be keen to get inside. You mentioned there was a door with swipe access. Was that the one left ajar or is that one closed?
No, that's the one. The one with the swipe card is ajar.
I concur and feel like we should get some shelter and hunker down for the evening.
I walk up to the door that's left ajar, and before I grab a hold of it and swing it open a little, grill. Is there anything, scratch marks, scuff marks, rub marks, footprints in and around this door that suggests maybe we're not the only ones using it?
And I look for signs. I do. I use my tracking ability and look for signs. And I've given myself a 9. I can ask the one question there. So I look around and all the tracks, all the markings, the scratches, the hair bits or anything like that. And I'm looking at it to see, is there anything here that's recent?
Are you on the actual front steps of the building?
Yeah,
like
in and around the
door?
building of the door. I'm looking at the door. I'm trying to see if there might be something inside. So I'm looking at the recentness of any tracks or marks or scratchings there.
So you can see a bit of traffic coming and going in this door. And from what you can see in terms of the marks and the rubbing, it's all quite small. So looking at the doors, they're not giant doors. They're 8 or 10 foot tall. They're sort of operating room height doors, not gargantuan. They're not showy. They're really basic. And most of the marks are sort of 3 to 4 feet off the ground. And there are these clawed footprints you can see coming and going into the building. It's hard for you to gauge how recent they are, but the gouges in the concrete suggest to you this has been reasonably high traffic. And you would put it, with the stuff clinging onto the door, that there's been movement through there in the past days or week. But you can't tell if it's a minute ago or an hour ago or 24 hours ago, if that makes sense.
No, not really. This, gentlemen, from what I can see here, this has had some smaller dinosaurs in and out of it quite frequently. Most recently, at least a week ago. But I think we should be safe given that they're small prey and you have me here to protect you.
As you're relaying this information, from inside, you hear a noise that sounds like a tin can being dropped onto the ground, an empty tin can.
I've completely changed my mind. Let's go home.
Well, I know for certain that out here are things that are going to eat me. And I know that there's a chance there are things inside there I'll take the chance.
There's a chance that things inside just ate a can of beans, so they shouldn't be hungry.
So you slowly open the door and... We can pay for sound effects. We don't need
Oh, okay, sorry.
Nice tummy rumble.
So as the door opens, you can see in front of you is like what looks like a reasonably sized atrium with a reception desk kind of set up in it. And there's turnstiles that go off to both the left and to the right. And there's a side door, hard left, that says to garages and maintenance. And there's the old coloured lines on the floor leading in different directions. From the cluster there's almost like a shop front off to your left when you get first inside that's got little pamphlets and things in it, and it's got some gear bags and what look like safari vests and things hanging up on racks there. And that's where you hear the noise from again. And you can hear this sort of rustling noise, like someone putting on or taking off a jacket, say. It's like a rustling combined with a slight zip noise. Off to your right, there's doors that go to a set of stairs that go up. You can see they're just glass doors. One of them is actually broken and the metal handle for it is lying on the ground. The other one's still closed. The side wall to your right is completely blank. And the ceiling overhead is probably 15-foot ceiling, but there's no real decorative touches that you can see, with the exception of in the middle of the floor on the ground in front of you is a big logo. And the logo is NZDI, with their patented Kiwi pecking DNA motif.
Most horrific.
What would you like to do?
Should we hide and wait and see if whoever's there walks back through where we hide ourselves?
I feel like I'm going to pull out I do have a hunting knife with me. And whilst I am keen to approach and see what it is the hunter in me wants to go forward, I am looking around at my cut arm, Mr. Busted-Faced Bristles, and Mr. I can barely walk anymore Wyatt, and think, don't know if I want to take on anything with this lot, and we might
I
back
whisper
away and
into your
hide.
ear, Grill. Where can we hide here?
Sounds like you're hiding, and if you're hiding as a pack, the one who's worst at it rolls. So it's a clever roll. So the least clever of all of you is Mike, and the least clever of all the characters is Wyatt.
Yes.
I've given you a 5.
No.
So the other two quickly get into positions, and Grill gets hunkered down beside the door in a dark patch of shadow, and Bristles sees that there's a couch just off to your right that he gets down behind that's there sort of for waiting visitors.
Bristles is the shape of a couch. So he fits us perfectly behind it.
Wyatt, where do you try and hide?
I try and make my way underneath the stairs that go up to the glass doors. But as I'm ducking to get in underneath, my backpack catches, and it catches on my guitar. And does a little that just echoes all the way through this atrium.
And they're also open back stairs anyway, so you can just perfectly see through them the whole time.
Beautiful silhouette in there.
The idea that at the beginning of the trip, Bristles happened to mention that dinosaurs' movement is based on the eyesight is based on movement.
And
so
guitar sounds.
So you just stand still in the middle of the room, thinking that'll do it.
And as the guitar plays its errant chord, you hear that distinct noise of a firearm cocking, and
The Raptor's got a gun.
and a flashlight beam pinpoints you square in the middle, and you hear, "Get down! What are you doing? Show me your hands!"
I'm getting down. I just have a very sore leg. Please, I'm on my own. Please don't shoot. I'm laying down just looking for somewhere just to hide. There's all kinds of beasts outside, sir, please.
And you see this torchlight quickly flicker off you onto where Fitz is hidden.
I may have said I was on my own.
And he says, "You all better show yourselves right now, or there's going to be trouble. All of you come out."
I'm sorry. I am with one other person. There's two of us here.
So what about the guy just cuts as a couch?
With a busted nose.
I see you met my other friend. That's Professor Bristles. When I said two, I meant two that don't hold a PhD in paleontology.
And a doctor.
You sort of make your way to the center of the room, and this guy is standing still half concealed in shadow with this torch pointed square at you. He takes a few steps into the very rapidly fading light, and you can see that he's got the sort of combat gear on. He's in those all one piece sort of jungle camo coveralls, and he's got the vest with all the pouches for grenades and everything. And he's got this blonde hair and blue eyes, and he's sort of got a helmet that's slung around his waist, and he's holding what looks like quite a mean assault rifle pointing at you. He's like, "What are you doing here? Where have you come from?"
I'm so glad that we found you to protect us. How fortuitous. This has been a terrible day, and we were in need of something, and at the 11th hour, they giveth. My name is Wyatt Bower.
Great. Why are you here on this island?
Wyatt, that's a fantastic question. I'm Wyatt. But sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Correct.
That's good. Okay, fantastic.
Thank you, correct.
I'll let him go. Dr. Sorensen, I presume?
Dr. Sorensen.
The female.
Dr. Amelia Sorensen. No.
Yes.
No, sir.
You're asking why we're here on the island, but really the question is how we're going to get off this island because things are going poorly very quick. And I think it's just incredible timing that I think you're about to help us with that dilemma. Thank you so much for being willing to help out 3 injured people in need of some protection.
Since you're very, very confused. I'm here for a reason. I don't understand why you people are here, but I'm not here for tourists.
Tourists, you say? And tourists we are, because we were outside and things were horrible and we thought we'd come in here just to lay low. And I guess you could say that we are on a journey of discovery and discovering hopefully how hospitable you're going to be. But if you have somewhere you need to be...
I feel like at any moment Wyatt's going to pull out a whiskey bottle and try and sell me some sort of snake oil.
Get him!
I'm not here to take passengers, so I'm not here for anything you need to concern yourselves with. But if you bring the attention of those things down on us, I'll make sure one of you suffers for it.
Now, just to clarify, you're talking about the big reptile-looking things with the teeth? Or do you mean something else?
The dinosaurs, yeah.
We're a little hesitant to use that word around here, but...
We're not using the T word.
We don't use the D word around here.
What are you here for?
I'm here for being the man holding the gun. 2 types of people in this world.
Men
Men who
with
hold the
loaded
guns and men who dig.
who dig.
You dig.
I start digging.
I sort of stick my hand out. I might try and play on some celebrity here and go, hello, Grill Bayless. You may have seen me from...
He
I love that
uses-
the authentic tactical dude's going to love meeting
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I know.
He uses the rifle barrel to knock your hand aside and says, aren't you that guy who pretended to be in the SAS?
I stab him in the arm.
Super awesome soldier. You mentioned that you are a very busy man and you have your own missions, I think you called it. Albeit for me to stand in your way, you do what you need to do. And we are not bringing none of those lizardy flying things down on you. We're looking for somewhere to lay low until morning where you be long gone. And then I can find my own way off this volcanic rock.
And you hear footfalls from the staircase behind you.
Uh-oh. Are they human footfalls?
And you slowly turn around to see 3 sets of glowing green eyes moving down the stairs.
Gentlemen, I believe one of you is missing a piece of fabric.
Excuse me, we seem to have walked in on something. If you get, we'll just leave.
And one of them raises the night vision goggles from his eyes.
Uh-oh.
And he says, TL, we're done here. We got what we came for.
Thomas, I would have picked you for a Thomas.
Tiberius!
They start making their way. And he says, what should we do with these guys? I don't care. Leave them to the island.
No, hold up. TL, was it? Is that French? If I could have a moment of your time, there is something I want to run by you. And I don't know how
ever
you're
heard
going
of
to
them?
react, but I think it's pretty important.
Speak.
I pull the helmet from under my arm. I'm like, you do your best to describe what I'm holding?
This looks like some kind of ancient knight helmet or something.
One more question. What would you value that helmet at?
And the second one, the one who's lifted up his night vision goggles, he's like, oh, so there's we got evidence of the TDA evidence here.
Yeah,
And he
TDA.
snatches it off.
We were
from
talking about
behind.
TDA ourselves.
He stole your
actually.
helmet.
Now, the 3 of us were talking about TDA, but I'm not prepared to discuss with you unless I know that you know what you're talking about.
He's good.
If you could just
He's not. I don't think he's good.
give me that
He's going to
acronym
give
in
you
full.
another.
I need you to take a few steps back while we make our plan. Go sit down over there. And he pushes you or shoos you all into the corner.
I'm gonna give you some space where you make your plan.
And you see them go and have a little sort of discussion with each other. And as they do, one of them takes off, is sort of de-kitting and taking off some of the gear he's got there, and he's clearly changing a dressing on an injury he's got on his side. So you see him as he takes his top off and puts it down. But as he takes his shirt off, you can see that he's got a patch on his right shoulder. What's on that patch?
O negative. No. That's very sensible. It is would be
And
very
above
sensible.
that,
Be positive? It's
just a smiley face.
It's
Be positive underneath.
It's an attitude, not a blood type.
What could it be on his patch? It could be another corporation's logo. It could be a flag of a country.
Could be a kiwi bird with a red cross through it.
That's real Resident Evil stuff where there's one organization's only job is to kill another organization. How do they even succeed?
Exactly what I was going
Every time
for.
The original organization has a revamp of their logos and stuff. The rival one has to go, oh, God, they got a new logo again.
Yeah.
With the budget on this team.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, it's an NZDI logo. And as he puts back on all his gear, you see the team come together and the team leader pulls a grenade from his vest, pulls a pin, throws it towards you as they leave out the door, slamming it behind them.
Does the lever come off the grenade?
Sure does.
We're doomed.
And it clinks to a stop across the concrete floor
Right in the middle of all
into the middle of all three of you. And all three of you sat down there with your hands on your knees, look at it, look down at the grenade, look at each other, and look down at the grenade.
Look at you burning the fuse time of the grenade. You're evil.
Goes off with an almighty blast.
It goes off.
The episode ends.
Oh, God.
There is no cliffhanger. You're all dead.
I was like, all right, we're going to dive. We're going to cover it with the couch that was there.
Yeah, so we'll come back next week with some new characters. And that's it. That's the end of the episode. We'll find out what happens next week. That's called a cliffhanger, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us. Mike, as Wyatt. I've enjoyed, you don't usually play sort of a...
likable character.
You don't usually play
Southern
a
Belle.
buffoon who doesn't really know his trade, who talks nonsense to people. That's out of character for you.
That's so rude.
And Wegs, as Bristles, playing a crotchety old academic with a sophisticated title.
Yep. Yeah. That again doesn't sound like me.
And Fitz Grill, I despise the name, but I've enjoyed him a great deal. Thank you very much. Thanks everyone for being here. This has been episode 2 of Escape from Dino Island. We'll be back for episode 3. In the meantime, if you're interested in the game, which you should be, check out escapefromdinosaur.com, where you can buy the game. It's about $10 and it is the best money you'll ever spend. Catch you next episode.
Flashing Badger.